Have you been wondering how to prepare for breastfeeding? Are you a little bit nervous about whether you will be able to breastfeed or not? My name is Bo, I'm an endorsed midwife and I work at Athena Women's Clinic, and I support women through pregnancy all the way through to the postnatal period. Today I would like to talk to you about preparing for breastfeeding. So what can you do to prepare for your breastfeeding experience? Well, there's not a whole lot you can actually do, but what I would encourage every woman to do is to really seriously consider attending a really good breastfeeding education program. So have a look and inquire with your birthing hospital or your midwife or GP and see what support options are out there to help prepare you for breastfeeding. Throughout pregnancy, your body is preparing with hormonal changes to prepare you for breastfeeding. And some women will say that they see some gold-like liquid come out their nipples. This might be the colostrum that is being prepared for when babies arrives. When you attend your breastfeeding education program, I really encourage you to bring along your partner or birth support person, because we know from the research that if your partner is aware of how breastfeeding works and how they can support you, you are much more likely to have a successful breastfeeding experience. And once your baby is born and the placenta is birthed, you will have these hormonal changes that help to prepare your body for breastfeeding. And in that first hour after birth, we call that the golden hour, and that's a really important time where you will have skin to skin with your baby if you're both healthy and well. That skin to skin time is really, really an important moment for you to bond with your baby, but also helps to prepare your body with the instinctual response for breastfeeding your baby. And we always encourage baby to breastfeed or attach to the breast within the first hour after birth to have their first feed. And often after that first really good feed after birth, babies will have a period of quite a prolonged sleep in that first 24 hours. After that, in the first 2 to 3 days, babies might appear to become a lot more fussier and they might want to feed a lot more. And that is all for the purpose of transitioning your colostrum into full milk, which is a really, really important time to support yourself and your baby in having that attachment and unlimited access to the breast for breastfeeding. So just to remember that a newborn baby's stomach is so small, it's about the size of a grape. And so those first few days of feeding, they will need to feed frequently, but they will only get small amounts. And a lot of women seem to be a little bit worried that maybe their baby is not getting enough in those first few days, because often you can't see much or any milk coming out. That's really, really normal. And as I said, your baby's stomach is so small, so they just need frequent feeds and what we call demand feeding. So they feed whenever they would like to, and they have free access to the breast to get all the colostrum that they need in those first few days. By day 3 to 4, we will have a period of where your colostrum is transitioning to full milk, and the colour of the milk might change a little bit more to a pale yellow colour into a white colour. And at this point, your baby will often want to feed really frequently. Sometimes it can be a little stressful in those 24 to 48 hours because it feels like baby is just feeding constantly. It's a really important time just to take it really slowly and just focus all of your time and effort in those 24 to 48 hours just to breastfeed your baby when they need. During this time, you might feel that your breasts become more full, they might become a little tender, and that's quite normal as the milk is transitioning to fuller milk. So in this time, your baby is actually controlling the amount of milk that your body produces. So the more regular and frequent your baby feeds, the more milk your body will produce. So it's really amazing that your baby has control over how much milk you produce, and they always know the amount that they need, and they will always let you know with their feeding cues. What we expect is that most babies will feed at least 8 to 10 times in a 24-hour period, sometimes even more, which is quite normal in those first few weeks, and that is all to establish the right amount of milk supply for your baby. Some of the positive signs that we can see that baby is getting the right amount of milk for them is that 1, they are having bowel movements, They are having regular wet nappies to show that they're being hydrated by the milk, that they're settled between feeds, and that they're pink and warm and alert between feeds or between sleeps as well. Most women will receive a visit by their midwife in the first week or first few days in the postpartum period, and that's an opportunity for your midwife to check on you and your baby and to see that they are feeding well. I know you will read really mixed reports about this from other mums saying that breastfeeding was really painful for them, but actually if baby is attached and positioned well at the breast, there shouldn't be any pain through breastfeeding. And if you do experience any pain at any point of breastfeeding, please reach out early to your midwife or care provider to get the support that you need so that we can help you to have a really successful and pleasant experience. So whilst breastfeeding is a really natural experience, there are some learnt skills to equip yourself with through your breastfeeding education classes. And baby is born with reflexes, natural instincts on how to suck at the breast, but sometimes it just entails a little bit more one-on-one support with your midwife to help you grow the confidence that you need to continue on a really pleasant breastfeeding experience. If you'd like to learn more about pregnancy, birth and the postnatal period, please subscribe to our channel below or visit us at www.athenawomensclinic.com.au. Thanks!